Good evening, everybody. You're watching Rider Bronze Ice Hockey presented by Breakout Sports Broadcasting and the Maryland Hockey Network live here on YouTube. That's right, it's a dual stream here tonight. Just like the last couple years, we're back once again, another dual stream here. Great to have you guys alongside me.
Oh, it's absolutely awesome. We're so glad to be here. I'm Andrew Rich, along with my broadcast partner, Andy Parr from the Maryland Hockey Network. Huge shout out, Corolla. Thank you so much for having us. And I'm so excited for this one. We're ready to get going.
It should be a good one for sure. Also joined alongside former Maryland Hockey Network broadcaster, Matt Fusilo.
I hope you guys remember this voice. It's good, so good to be back.
Matt, how could they forget it, Matt?
I missed it.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun doing these games, and I'm so glad we could have you guys and get this to work. I know we had some technical difficulties.
It's always something.
Trying to get it working. Yeah, it's always something. But as we get into this one, Rider versus Maryland, what else do we really have to say? We've said it for years at this point.
Oh, it's so much fun. This game, these two teams, it's always going to be something high stakes on the table. We've seen it in the playoffs a couple times and throughout the regular season as well. So some big points on the line. This is going to be a real tough game for both squads. We'll see how this one turns out.
Yeah, it should be a good one for both teams. Kind of coming into this game, Rider sitting at 10-7, 1-1, Maryland 5-11-4. Maryland, I mean, sure you guys can speak on this more. It's been kind of tough so far this season.
Absolutely. I mean, they just snapped in 11-game losing streak 2 weekends ago against Delaware, then followed that up with another loss. So, Andy, as I'm sure you can add on, it's been a lot of up and down this year, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, Maryland has come to play no matter who they're playing against. They have played a lot of very tight games against the top teams in this division. NC State, they lost in a pair of one-goal games, or the second one was 2 after an empty netter in the final minute of play. They're able to play up to the high competition, and then it's just when they went out there against Delaware, one of the easier teams that they faced this year, they lost all that fire in their game and kind of fell flat. So you just never really know what you're getting night in and night out from this team.
And it was interesting, even with the win against Delaware, the players weren't very happy with that performance. They felt like they could have played so much better. So we're still waiting to get that complete 60-minute effort from the Terps.
Yeah, absolutely. On that car ride back, a few of them called us, and we were like, oh, wow, you guys sound really sad for just coming out of a win. And the consensus around them was, well, we played so terrible. I don't know how we even won that game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting game, that's for sure. Like you said, big points on the board here. And then for the things for Rider, talked about it beforehand, a very young defense. I've mentioned it all year with both Eric Johnson, a couple other people, Sam Stewart, who was here earlier, taking some photos for the team. But it's a very young defensive core. But when you've got Trevor Givorowski backstopping the team, who's been carrying the load and by far the team MVP so far this season, alongside Cole Schneider, the Bronx have been kind of in the same vein, up and down so far this season.
And if you go back to recent years, the big guy on Rider that Maryland had to face, Eddie Coyne, no longer here. So you got to see how the Terps will play without an Eddie Coyne for Rider.
They're going to have to test Trevor Givorowski so much tonight. They've got to get shots on net, something they've been very inconsistent with. Another thing, they've got to stay out of the box. Giving this Rider power play too many chances, not going to turn out well for the Terps.
And the thing with Rider is they've actually kind of struggled on the power play as of late. It's been kind of hit or miss sometimes. As we get ready to go here for the starting lineups, as we will send it over here to the PA crew here at the Xi Fieldhouse.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Xi Fieldhouse in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, for tonight's American Collegiate Hockey Association Division II matchup between the visiting University of Maryland Terrapins and your Rider Bronx. Here are tonight's starting lineups, presented by Breakout Sports Broadcasting. First, for the Maryland Terrapins. At right wing, number 17, Patrick Harnan. At center, number 5, alternate captain Tucker Healy. At right wing, number 24, Travis Duchesne. At left defense, number 26, Sean Amon. Adding goal for the Terps, number 30, Patrick Adams. Maryland is coached by Joe Carter. He is assisted by Joe Adams, by Adam Childs, and Matthew Williamson. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Rider Bronx. At left wing, a graduate student from Ramsey, New Jersey, number 61, Justin Roush. At center, a sophomore from Fearless Hills, Pennsylvania, number 11, Brandon Markich. At right wing, a junior from Mount Royal, New Jersey, number 28, Aaron Point. At left defense, a freshman from Toms River, New Jersey, number 18, Ty Schneider. At right defense, a freshman hailing from West Bonneville, Utah, number 47, Jackson Cole. And over the Bronx, a senior hailing from Benson, Pennsylvania, the alternate captain, number 29, Trevor Gborowski. Riders coached by Connor Fox. He is assisted by Larry Walker, Carter Sani, and TJ Evans. At this time, we ask you to please rise if you are able and direct your attention to the American flag located in the Maryland end. Please remain standing as we honor America and those who protect it with the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
And we're back. Always a wonderful rendition of the national anthem. We were talking about it before. Had a bit of a peaking on the mics and on the speakers.
Sounded great.
Of course, a $1 billion facility. We've got two speakers set up right next to us.
Yeah, that's a B. Billion with a B.
Yeah. But as we get ready to go, we'll take a look at the starting lineup one more time. Here we'll start with Ryder, Justin Rauch, McKeach, Pape, Schneider, Cole, and Gborowski are your starters for the Bronx. And if you guys want to go over the starting lineup for the Terrapins.
If I can remember correctly, the Terps are going to start with their top line. Tucker Healy at center, been the most dominant player for the Maryland Terrapins this year. Believe he's the only Terp over a point per game. On the right wing, it is Travis Duchesne, and then Patrick Harnon slotting up on this first line at left wing. We haven't seen him play on this top unit much this year, but he has played so well throughout this season. He's deserving these ice minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. He plays with a lot of speed. That kind of youth that you've got from the freshmen from Boston balancing out with all that experience from Healy and Duchesne. It's a nice compliment to their play styles.
For sure. As this one taken here, bounced out to center ice and goes to Harnon as he tries to drive into the zone here. Schneider laying the body. Two Schneider brothers on the ice so far this season, both Cole and Ty. As McKeach drives this into the zone, tried to fire a shot, got picked off there on the back check. Good job by Harnon. As this goes back here to the 18 of Teskey, stolen away quickly. That one fired through. Connolly was there. That was McDermott who stole it away as it bounces here to Cole Schneider. Schneider on the wraparound chance on the backhand, went right through the crease. Kept here by McDermott, looking for an option. Has to cycle down below the goal line again. Finds Connolly, trying to find Schneider. Bouncing puck. Schneider hit into the boards, and it's sent up and out there by Maryland.
Good quick pressure there from the Ryder Bronx. Something the Terps have struggled with this year is defending right in front of their own net in that house area. They were able to do a good job there to clear the danger, but a couple chances from the Bronx here early.
Yeah, a couple chances for Ryder as this one taken in the zone here for Maryland. Bouncing puck goes up and over. Schneider tries to get on this, looking for McDermott again. Puck sent around, goes back up to the point now, finds Tomaszewski as he fires. Save there made by Givarowski. First shot for either team so far this game. As McDermott trying to get on this one in the corner. Looking to go to Connolly, kept in though, bounces back to McDermott. Now down to Drake. Seen him plenty of times here over the past couple years as this one blocked in front. Kept in the zone though. Wilson, he fires that on and Givarowski's just gonna glove that down.
Givarowski gloving that one down, I believe, is a phrase we are going to be saying a lot here tonight. Well, Andrew and I were out at the St. James for the ACC showcase at the beginning of November. We got to see Givarowski play twice, and I think you and I are in agreement that he's just the best goalie we've seen in this ACC league.
Absolutely.
By far.
I mean, he's just an absolute brick wall, and as Carolla mentioned in the pregame, kind of carrying this Bronx team. Trevor Givarowski, the backstop, the heart of this Bronx squad. So we'll see what he's got here tonight against the Terps.
Yeah, and Givarowski just one win away from tying the Rider win record and 105 saves from the ACHA Men M2 all-time saves record.
That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Shout out Trevor Givarowski. He's earned it, and hopefully he can get 105 more. Maybe now 103, something like that?
Yeah, I was about to say, he's already down to 103.
As this one taken here, looking to find somebody as this bounces out to Cercio. Dom Cercio back out on the ice here for the Bronx. Has been out of action for a little bit of time as Marin tries to play this one into the slot. McDermott trying to get in there last second, looking to go back to Marin. Cercio in there, tried to fire, couldn't do so.
Ellen looked like it was blocked in front by Jack Fabiani. Maryland's defense was standing a little bit alone in their defensive zone, but Fabiani with a late recovery there to break up that one-timer from the slot.
Gingras gave that one away. It's kept in the zone here by Maryland. This one's sent back in deep. Puck cycled around, kept here by Wanner as this has moved forward. Back up to the point again. Teske has that one get by him. Gingras in a foot race here with him. Closed off up against the boards. As a big hit there by Edelberg. Has it stolen by Gingras. Trying to keep it away back up to the point. Chrome, he fires. That one sails wide of the cage. Bronx still looking for their first shot on goal, as that one might do it. We'll have to see if they do count it.
Hey, it counts. It counts.
As Benner with a big-time hit right at the blue line. No hand up, but there's a player down on the ice. Looks like it's the 28 of McMenamin holding his shoulder.
Looks to be all right. Sitting up, maybe just a little shaken up. Not really moving that left shoulder much.
Yeah, McMenamin collided with Jake Benner to neutral and went down immediately. Seems to be doing all right, but as you said, Andrew, he is not moving that left arm at all.
And he kind of sat up and shook his head. Not a great sign, but he's skating off under his own power, so hopefully Andrew McMenamin is okay. A valuable member of that fourth line for the Terps.
And glad he's okay as he goes back over to the bench. Good to see him back up on his feet, like you guys said, as this is taken by Scriven. Finds Duchesne as he pokes this forward to Healy. Looking for an option, he fires, that goes up and over the bar. As this is kept in the zone only for a second. Schneider out the other way. Ty Schneider with it on the far side boards, looking for an option. He fires, that one gloved down for the save made by Adams.
And that was a good play there by the Bronx. They saw Travis Duchesne, the forward for Maryland, covering back at the point. And it was a good play. I believe that was Schneider who tipped it around him and was in on Patrick Adams. Patty Adams with the glove, though. He's better.
And looking at the goaltending matchup coming into this one, Adams 5-9-3, 417 GAA, and an 888 save percentage. Meanwhile, over on the other side, Givarowski, a 10-7-2 record, 3.38 GAA, as that one sails wide from Pape. And Givarowski with the 924 save percentage.
Jeez,
has been excellent so far this year. And want to give a big shout out to Givarowski's dad for giving me the info on the records, by the way.
Oh, awesome.
Big shout out. Awesome. Big shout out to Doug Givarowski on those.
Huge shout out. And Patty Adams, I'm not sure the stats tell the whole picture for him this season. I think
if we had goals saved above expected,
we need some advanced stats. But some of those stats are more of a team statistic, and so far for the Terps, it just hasn't gone their way. As you can see, Andrew McMenamin is off the bench and heading back to the locker room.
Kept in the zone here by Connolly. Schneider in there as well, as Connolly getting tangled up with Fabiani, as this one's kept in at the point by Cusimano, sporting the 27 this year, formerly worn by Nick Padula. as he has it again, looking for McDermott. Quick shot on, goes wide of the cage. Yeoman pinching. He's able to keep it in, but it gets deflected up and out. That one bounced off of Schreibman, as this is taken by McDermott and dumped into the zone. This one dumped in there by Maryland from Fabiani. Yeoman trying to get on this. Kept in the zone. Goes down here to Mohane, as this is taken by Marin. Marin trying to get it out, looking for an option. He gets hit hard up against the boards, as it's kept in once again by Maryland. Trying to find the pass across. That one paddled away by Giverowski. Yeoman in the near side corner, looking for an option. He goes up and out of the zone. Marin tried to play it to center ice, looking for Cercio, as that one took a funny hop in front.
That was close. Giverowski was not expecting that shot.
That was very close, and he was deep in his crease,
He was. Wow, that was close to being a disaster for the Bronx.
Yeah, Michael Schreibman was right on top of it, too. Unfortunately for the Terps, he had to go down into the corner. Giverowski able to steer that puck away in time before Schreibman could get a rebound right in front of him.
We've seen a couple of funny bounces here at Xi so far this year, as that one's knocked away by Cusimano with the diving block. Some good pressure here from Maryland. Waters with it, sends it around looking for Body. The 6'4" forward has it once again, looking, goes back up to the point. Shot from the blue line through traffic, blocked away, McDermott on it. Captain sent back down below the goal line again. Dishner gets taken down, and we're going to get a penalty here.
It's going to be tripping. Nathaniel Dishner went down behind the net. I believe that is Cusimano arguing the call at the moment, but the Terps power play going to get to work here. Just about 6 minutes or 7 minutes gone here in period number 1.
Yep, definitely either a hook or a trip on Cusimano. They're going to go with trip. Got his stick caught up in Nathaniel Dishner. Dishner went right down. And as you said, we'll get our first look at either team on special teams.
And looking at the special team stats so far this year, the Bronx have been very, very good on the PK. 78% so far on it, 35 for 45. Meanwhile, the power play for the Terps, 68.4%, 14 for 21.
Wait, is that real? 68.4%?
That's what it says on the stats online.
That is...
Based off of the ACHA website.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
I'm not going to argue with the ACHA website, but that feels a little high to me.
Hey, the Terps will take it.
You need the head of analytics, Ethan Posner, to confirm
seriously.
that.
Where is Ethan Posner when you need him?
This one kept here. Tomaszewski with it, looking for a lane to shoot. Nearly knocked away there by Rauch, but it's sent lower. Teske finds that pass low. Duchesne with it. Back up to Teske. Teske, he fires that one, glove down by Giverowski.
They were looking for the tip from Tucker Healy in front. Healy's been so good at that play, especially on the power play all season. His best one came in that road series against Virginia Tech. Even though he's not the tallest guy out there, Healy does such a great job of making space in front of the net, and his hand-eye is so good at getting those last-minute deflections.
Face off one back there by the Terps. Teske with it again. Back to Tomaszewski, plays this across. That one fired by Duchesne, kicked aside by Giverowski with the pads. As this one goes back up to the point, Teske able to keep it. Finds Duchesne, looking lower for Drake. Drake plays to Healy. Healy stops on a dime, plays down to Drake again, looking for a pass in front, goes back up to the point, Teske high slot, lays off to Tomaszewski, kicked away by Giverowski, another pad save as Schneider tries to clear, he can't get it out of the zone though. Good keep by the captain, Tomaszewski, as he sends it to Healy again, back across on the doorstep, they score! Maryland have the 1-goal lead.
It's the captain, Daniel Tomaszewski, getting it done on the power play. Trevor Giverowski made a lot of really good saves in tight, a few one-timers especially. The last one coming from Travis Duchesne, but the Bronx unable to get those rebounds out of harm's way in front of their netminder. Daniel Tomaszewski finally finds one in tight, pokes it around the left pad of Giverowski, and it is 1-0 Maryland. Oh boy, that is a little bit blocked in my vision, but we're going to go with 8 minutes into the period.
Yeah, just about 8 minutes.
Oh wait, it's down here too. Oh,
Daniel Tomaszewski, he is a defenseman, but he is so good at finding those open areas, especially right in front of the net. We saw with that game winner against Delaware in overtime, he found his way right to the front, kind of gets lost in coverage, and it happens there again. Pass hits off of Trevor Drake. Tomaszewski does the rest. 1-0 Terps.
Number 6, Daniel Tomaszewski.
And about 20 seconds before that goal, one of the plays that could go unnoticed, Trevor Drake has awesome vision. He got that puck through about 5 or 6 bodies down to Teskey at the blue line, and then they just cycled around again, leading to that goal. Plays like that go unnoticed. Trevor's vision seems like he's always been great at that.
There's so many plays that he makes that go unnoticed. He does so many of the little things correct. And he is point per game, Mr. Drake. I apologize. Don't let my mistakes fool you.
Might I say hi to Mr. Drake, Matthew Stillo? I miss you. I regret not saying that earlier. I miss the Drakes dearly.
This one taken here by Kenna, cycling in the zone, looking for an option here. Tries to play the pass across to Cercio, looking on the doorstep. There was McKeach. As this is pinned in the corner, stolen away by Sandell, back up to the point, kept in there by Kenna though. Bouncing away, Cercio knocks that one down with a high stick, but it's taken away here by Mohane.
Surprised there's no whistle there.
Well, Maryland was the next one to touch it up.
There you go. Good eye, Andy.
Kept in by Mohane again, a huge back check hit by Cercio. One way to get back in his first game.
Yeah, there you go. That was an interesting hit, kind of just backskated into. Look out!
That
off
one
the
went
post.
right off the iron.
Oh,
and
there
they
it
score
is.
on the rebound anyway. They're going to say the first one went in, but emphatically, Waters with the Austin Matthews points it towards the goal.
I believe it's going to be Sean Amon for the Terps. That first one hit the post, stayed out behind Trevor Givorowski. They keep battling for it. Sean Amon finds it, and that is a huge goal for Maryland. They go up 2-0. Terps keep the pressure on.
Yeah, just saw it down here on the replay. That was definitely a no-goal signal on that first one-timer by Keenan Waters, and then that second chance opportunity for Sean Amon, just staying aggressive on the puck in the offensive zone. He goes high glove on Givorowski, and the Terps have struck twice in about 3 minutes.
And for Sean Amon, that's his first of the year. He's been playing so well this year. We've shouted him out so many times on our broadcasts. Huge, huge shout out, Sean Amon, getting the Terps on the board once again.
Yeah, he's Maryland's best defensive defenseman, and a lot of times those guys just don't quite get the same appreciation as the other guys since they don't put up the points, but Sean Amon's been playing the game so well all season. Nice to see him finally get rewarded with his first goal of the year.
And all the momentum with the Terps right now. They have just been firing and firing. Since about the start of that power play, it's just been all Terps so far. They have all the momentum right now as this is taken here by Schneider. Schneider ducks under the check. There from the 20 of Hudrin as this is dumped in by Schneider again. Back to get it. Teskey up against the boards. Connolly there as well as this one sent around to Amon. Kept in the zone here by the Bronx. Looking for their 5th shot of the game, down by 2-0. Down by 2 right now as that one kept in by Connolly. Teskey across. Amon sends this one forward, dumped into the zone there by Harnan.
First of the season, scored by number 26.
As
Sean
it's kept in
Amon.
at the blue line. Good keep
Assisted
there
by
from
number
Maryland
5,
as
Tucker
it's
Gillian, by
taken by
number
Harnan
11,
again.
Keenan
Down in the
Waters.
corner.
That is Amon's
Now
first of the season.
the hash mark says
Assisted
it's
by
stolen
Gillian
aside, but
Waters
this one
at
kept in the
10:01
zone.
First period.
McKeach wasn't able to get that pass there from Ty Schneider. As Chrome lays the body in the corner, McKeach able to steal it away. He's able to punch it out of the zone as this one goes for Pape. Pape quickly in. Nice little dangle to break on through. Got the shot off, but it's saved as he tried to go for the wraparound.
Wow, that would have been beautiful from Aaron Pape, making his way around Henry Scriven. Just couldn't finish it off. He looks a little bit shaken up heading to the bench.
Yeah, Pape has struggled at times so far this year. Missed a game earlier as Marin is going to get called for offside for the whistle with 8:08 left to go here in period number 1. And Pape, like I was saying, 18 games, has 12 points so far this year, 8 goals, 4 assists. So not bad production from Pape, but he's missing his best line mate in Blazak, who's been out the whole season so far.
That's tough. When you build chemistry with a line mate, it can really, really change your game when you don't have them next to you. And we're seeing that with Pape, but that was almost a beautiful, beautiful goal.
He has a very, very good set of hands. And usually the second line for the Bronx, at least in the past year, usually was Blazak, McDermott, and Pape. That was the solid number 2 line, and they just haven't been able to put that together at all. McDermott's been shifting around where they need him, usually on the 3rd line, or even sometimes slotting in as the 1C, as they've had to shake a lot of things up so far with the lines this year.
That's what injuries do.
I mean, we've seen it with Maryland as well. Even though he's a defenseman, the loss of Caleb Craven, just that whole really first 2 weeks after his injury, they were shuffling up the defensive pairs every game, just trying to figure out what was going to stick.
Yeah.
Because Craven really is that glue guy for the Maryland defensive core.
And hopefully, we see him tomorrow. Hopefully.
He's hinted at it a little bit.
Yep.
This one kept in the zone here by Maryland. Sergio nearly ran over his own defenseman. That was Ty Schneider. Also nearly took out the 22 of Schreibman, as Sergio with another big hit right in front of the scorer's box here as McDermott tries to get this puck. Taken here by Mohane, looking to play that one across, broken up right in the slot, stuck in the skates of Schneider as it's played across again. McDermott there steered it away as that fan shot. Now this one goes up through the rafters. They're going to say a touch.
Wow, how did they tell? It didn't look like it hit anything
I
to
couldn't
me.
tell from here either. I don't know if you guys could see.
I did not see anything.
I was about to say, how did that not hit something?
Yeah, it must have hit the spider web hanging down from the ceiling.
Yeah, seriously. I think there is something to be said, though, about a team playing angry, and I think that is the Terps right now. They have gone through such a tough stretch, and they're mad. They know they're a good team. They know they can compete with some of the top talent in this division and in this league. They just haven't gotten the results. They're playing angry right now, and it's working at the moment.
They were even playing angry after wins.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I think that's kind of what the Bronx need to try and do as well. They've gone on really good streaks and then had a couple really bad games.
Yeah.
Or periods where they look really, really bad. Where usually their second period is their best period. In past years, they have struggled mightily in the second period. In the last 5 or 6 games, especially against that Delaware team, where they gave up 3 goals in the second period to make it a 3-3 tie, that was tough.
Yeah.
And they lost that in a shootout. So
That was a really tough game for Maryland to watch as well.
Yeah, big implications for playoffs and everything with that.
Well, and Maryland is off to such a good start, but there's still so much hockey to be played. I mean, you go back to playoffs last year, ACC. Maryland scored the first goal of that game, and then Ryder came back for 8 goals.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about the final score of that one.
Well, right. It's true. But it should be pointed out, though. I mean,
absolutely.
Any team can come storming back, especially in the ACC, especially Ryder, who's usually the Achilles heel for the Terps.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about this for literally any hockey game ever. It's such a game of momentum swings and managing that. And right now the Terps have the momentum, but that can shift so easily, whether it's a hit, a fight, a penalty, maybe a shot, something can really, really flip the momentum.
as this one is taken into the zone by Edelberg, sends it here for Rauch. Cycles it around back to Edelberg. Has McKeach cycling in the middle as this one goes back up to the point. McKeach on the doorstep trying to get the backhander off, couldn't do so. That one's saved there by Adams. A big stop there with the shoulder.
Best save by Adams so far in this one. He was on his stomach, got his shoulder up enough as Tucker Healy going the other way. He had Harden in front. Pass couldn't quite connect right there.
Some good chances for both teams as this one is kept in the zone. Givorowski with no paddle right now as Chrome into the corner. Kenna comes over to try and help him. Chrome able to dig it out, sends it around, trying to look for McKeach. Can he get it out? He does. Bouncing puck comes out of the zone, goes back here to Tomaszewski. Tipped right back in though. Chasing after is Wilson. He goes down to the ice as Chrome give him a bit of a shove as this one goes back up to the point, gets by Tomaszewski and comes out. Thought that might have had enough to go all the way down for an icing initially, but must have hit a piece of snow there over on the bench.
I was thinking that seemed like a textbook icing at first.
As this one poked out, 2-on-1 forming here for the Terps. Out the other way, here they go, 2-on-1, they fire, Givorowski, big save, third chance in, that one goes up and above the cage of Trevor.
Well, Chase Wilson was that third guy coming in high. That puck was just rolling a little bit, couldn't settle it down, so when he hit it, it just got underneath, or the stick got underneath, and he lifted it over the net.
Marin the chase on this one here, has it stolen back away though by Fabiani. As it bounces back out to the neutral zone, McDermott able to get a stick to it first, he sends it back in. Sergio to give chase here with 3:44 left to go in period number 1. It feels like this period has flown by.
Absolutely it has.
This one taken here by Ty Schneider. He sends it forward, goes back to Sandell. Played across here to Fabiani. Sergio nearly knocked that one down, but it's kept here by Mohane. Mohane sends it in deep, takes a big bump there from Schneider right in front of the Bronx bench. Back to Schneider, lays this off for McDermott. He nearly got taken out there. Schneider able to keep it, though.
Yeah, that could have easily been a penalty call there against the Terps. Kind of went knee-on-knee, Mohan did, with the Bronx player. No call, but the Rider bench certainly wanted one.
Schneider takes a hard hit from Teskey as this one's sent around to McDermott, looking to go back. No one home there for the Bronx as it comes out. Pass through, tipped in, but they're going to call it offside as Connolly just a little bit over the line there. Down to 2:54 left to go here in period number 1. Shots 13-7. Still 2-0 Maryland.
The benches on the opposite sides of the rink are throwing me off.
Oh yeah, trust me, it's been throwing me off the whole year.
It's like Notre Dame. Who else does that? Which Quinnipiac? Someone does that. But
Notre Dame's the only one that I know does it for sure.
Yeah, it's so rare to see, but it's cool. I like it.
There's several college teams that have it for sure, and it's definitely interesting. We've talked about it multiple times over the course of this season so far.
Makes for some interesting coaching decisions when you have a player in the box as well.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
ACHA rinks too. Have you ever called a game at Class of 1923?
I have
Drexel
not.
and Penn, they have that too. That is one of the best vantage points to call a game, might I add.
Oh really?
Yeah, you would love it.
I don't think we've ever been there. You
Gotta
were
get
there, what, 2 years ago?
I was there 2 years and 3 years ago.
3 years ago?
Have to try and get down there at some point.
By the way, we're doing a simulcast, but here on the Maryland Hockey Network side, I'm receiving some comments from Max Newnham. Max, I was waiting for the right time to address this. Hello there. I miss you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I miss saying the score Newnham about 8 times a night.
Oh my God.
But I hope you're doing well. I miss you. I love seeing the comments too.
Oh,
I miss it.
Maryland Hockey Network chat is always popping off.
We've had it in the Rider chat sometimes as well here on VSB.
It's the best.
Bunch of former alums tuning in. A couple guys down from Widener that we cover as well. Mike Kennedy hopping on, former Rider guy.
We had some Rider fans in the chat when we called the games at the showcase. I can't remember who it was.
I'm not surprised.
Remember the playoffs, Andrew, last year, Rider versus Maryland?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Some arguments between the guys.
Oh,
it was
boy.
getting heated in the chat.
Former players on both teams.
Me and Trey were watching that game. Oh boy. Oh boy.
You guys are probably having a ball.
Yeah, that was a cool rink though. That was a fun game to call.
Hopefully we'll be there this season.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see.
Do you know if it's the same location, or do we not know yet?
I believe it is.
Okay.
I believe
As
it
far
is.
as I'm aware, it's in Winston-Salem again.
This one sent through, goes wide of the cage. Kept here by the 14 of Scriven as he sends it around back to Healy. Healy looking. That one blocked away there by Cercio. Cercio has blocked a lot of shots so far. Ailing to the bench, though, as Marin fires that one on. Saved and covered up there by Adams.
Hey, your first game back in a month and a half. I'll sit down and block a shot. Why not? I'll lead it for my teammates.
And
good stuff.
He was out with a shoulder injury, and I think he actually took that one in the shoulder.
It certainly looked like it. That's a hockey player for you. Love to see it from Dom Cercio.
And I wonder if he might go to the locker room here with 127. He's pacing around on the bench. As this is kept by McDermott, looking to go back to Schneider. Couldn't connect on the pass. As this one played lower, Schneider trying to take it away from Fabiani. McDermott in there as well. Fabiani got uprooted there as this goes back out to Benner. Has that one stolen away, trying to walk in quickly. That one fired wide of the cage there from Schreibman.
Second time we've seen Schreibman and Drake create a 2-on-1. That speed of Michael Schreibman. He is by far Maryland's swiftest skater, and he's used his speed to his advantage a lot this season. Trevor Drake hasn't necessarily always been playing with him, but good to see that chemistry is starting to form better in this revamped top 6 for the Terps.
As McDermott fires that shot on, saved there by Adams. For the whistle with 46.8 seconds left to go in period number 1.
Patrick Adams has been very good so far for the Terps. He's been tested, not a whole lot, but on 10 shots, he's come up every single time and made the saves for the Terps, make that 11. So good stuff from the Terps goaltender. It's going to be a goaltending duel here tonight.
For sure, and one thing at least for Rider, they haven't been super high quality chances. Most of them have been from the outside. As this one bounces forward, looking for Waters. Waters into the zone, deep in the corner, now below the goal line, 25 seconds left to go in the frame. Goes back up to the point, trickling in on goal, saved there by Gavorowski, puck loose, right at the doorstep, couldn't get a shot on as it goes back to the point. Pass played across, that one broken up as McDermott in a foot race. Trying to get away here from Amon as McDermott with it, trying to go to the backhand, big save there by Adams! My goodness, what a save with the pads! Right
Patrick
at the
Adams.
whistle.
Oh my goodness.
We were just talking about how Patrick Adams has not faced a whole lot of grade A scoring chances from the Bronx. But right there, wow. Goes down to his stomach, throws up the right pad as a prayer, and he's able to snuff out that backhander in tight. Great save by number 30 in black.
Terps are going to go aggressive here. They're going to pull Patrick Adams with 2.4 on the clock. See if they can win this offensive zone draw, get a quick chance on Givarowski.
And they've got the Ryder penalty box score open still. Looks like Cercio's going to head off for a minor.
So it's actually 6-on-4 right now.
I wonder if this is a bench minor. As this one knocked away right off the draw, Bennett will get to it first, and that'll do it for period number 1. We'll have to try and figure out what that penalty was for. But either way, a 2-0 lead for the Terrapins as we head into the first intermission. Final shots at the end of 1, 14-13. A very good first period for Maryland. For Ryder, got some work to do.
Absolutely, yeah. Ryder, they had their chances in that period, but just wasn't getting enough penetration into the middle there of the Maryland defense, and they're going to have to work on that in period number 2. Really, really solid period from the Terps.
For sure. We're going to step aside, though, and take a short break. When we come back, we will have the second period of action for you.